Hi, everybody. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. Good evening and welcome to the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Our main event should be a good one tonight. 10 rounds of heavyweights between these two great warriors. Evander Holyfield's got his eye on the prize. He has complete focus on his ring walk here. Klitschko's coming down to the ring now, and what a nice reception as he is completely focused in on his goal tonight.
All right, guys, remember, obey my commands at all times. All right? Have a good day.
Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do as round one is underway.
Many may believe that in a matchup like this, power puncher versus power puncher, that he who has more power wins. But in a way, is it as simple as saying he who has more fundamentals wins?
Yes, absolutely. He who has a missile to get that bomb to the target, he's going to win.
Good looking counter punch. Good defensive guard now by Evander Holyfield. Good block. Tried and true method that works out very well. The counterpunch landing by Klitschko.
Keep the head moving.
And a sharp counterpunch by Real Deal. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Klitschko. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. 10 clicks of the talk. Well off the mark by Real Deal. We come to the end of the round. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. And looking up at these corners, you can see the cutman obviously getting to work as they do after every round. What makes a great cutman?
Well, he's got to have the right medicines, the right coagulants to stop that. Usually Avitine, thrombin, adrenaline. But the most important thing, Joe, is he has to be calm. He has to be able to identify where that cut is. Maybe there's more than one cut. So you got to be calm enough to see the whole picture, the whole landscape, clean it off, put pressure on it. Get that medicine in there, keep your fighter from getting excited. And then you need a fighter who's going to get on his wheels a little bit, give the medicine a chance to work.
That was not well targeted by Klitschko. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Superb right hand lands home by Evander Holyfield. Well-placed counterpunch by Real Deal. Holyfield's swelling will have to be dealt with immediately. Halfway through round number 2. You know, we only show up when it's time to watch them do their thing for the fight, but
They're really working at it day in and day out just to make weight. What's so tough about making weight in boxing?
Well, it can weigh you down. I mean, it takes discipline. And all of a sudden, it allows you a trail of excuses, because now you can start to say, well, gee, you know, I didn't do this. You know, it's the drudgery of it, and it's the consistency of it. When you have to stay at a weight, you have to watch that weight, you have to balance it where you're also going to be able to have a physicality when you get in the ring. You don't want to be weak, so you want to get that right balance where you're disciplined, you get the weight down, but you don't lose that physical edge.
Final 10 seconds. And round number 3 is underway. What a good counterpunch by Real Deal. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Klitschko. Solid counterpunch by Klitschko. A headshot blocked. Holyfield blocks that punch. Able to defend and then go on the offensive. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Good counter punch. He just missed that shot up top. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. End of this round. Joe and Teddy sitting ringside with you. It gives us time to reflect on the bigger picture of boxing. You know, it was interesting. We had a fan walk up to you earlier today and say, hey, I know you learned everything from the legendary Cus D'Amato, the great trainer. And he said to you, what's the one thing you took away from all your years with Cus? What did you say to him?
Well, it wasn't a paycheck, I'll tell you that much, because Cus didn't believe in paying you for that. He said you're going to college, you're getting a valuable education, and you're not even being forced to pay a tuition. So I understood that. We worked 7 days a week, so there was no union. Cus believed in working on Sundays, so you couldn't go complain and say I'm being overworked. But I think, seriously, that the most important thing that I learned, of course, that from a technical standpoint, you have to be really secure in those areas. No matter how much talent a fighter has, you have to teach them right, teach them the fundamentals, but mentally. You have to understand that a fighter's really always under fear. And you have to understand those dimensions, those parameters. And you have to be able to find a way to get in there, understanding how he feels mentally, and understanding how that can impair his judgment, stop him from doing simple physical things.
This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, with special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. Well, his opponent is opening up and coming forward, so I would think there's some opportunities that exist.
Yeah, I think some counterpunching opportunities. Opportunities not on the front end, but on the back end.
mark, the counter punch by Klitschko. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down, blue or red corner, what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
A little defense turns to offense by Real Deal.
You know, I wonder if he's taking his man lightly because he is up on the scorecards, but you can see that he is being pressured and pushed.
You know, he's in there with a real solid guy. I don't think he's taking him lightly. It's just that he's in there in the kind of waters he's never been before, deep waters, and he's swimming harder than he's ever had to swim before.
Evander Holyfield is doing very nicely on the outside here in this fight. Fine fundamentals, good counterpunch. Holyfield's making for a trainer's dream right now. Picking his shots, Teddy. Selecting when, where, and being very accurate.
Yeah, the old timers would say he's a real sharpshooter. That's exactly what he's doing. He's not missing much.
Side to side, move your head.
A stinging uppercut by Klitschko. Holyfield's vision is being compromised here. That swelling around the eye is worsening as the fight continues.
Well, right now, he has to use every advantage he can. You're right. He's at a disadvantage. So now he has to position himself in the ring, every inch of that ring, where he keeps his opponent in a place where he can't throw punches towards the bad eye, where he positions himself where the good eye is always in a place where it can be used.
This has been a hotly contested war throughout, and you just have a sense that it's going to end at any moment in these later rounds.
Yeah, these guys are not saving anything. They're going for broke right from the beginning.
Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Boy, you gotta love being his opponent, right? You come into a fight like this tonight, you're so worried about getting off your punches, landing accurate punches. Well, here it is. Not gonna move the head at all. Come and get it.
No, you just have to worry about you don't hurt your hands. You better hope that you wrap them real good because you're banging the nugget all night long.
Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Holyfield's cut is on the cheek, and you can see that it's bothering him a bit right now. That's something we'll keep our eye on. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Good scoring counterpunch by Real Deal. It is unbelievable to sit back and just watch what these guys are willing to give and to take. Wow, what a fight so far.
Well, give and take, that's the key word. Sometimes you're forced to become great. And right now, each one of them are forcing the other to go to great places.
What a good counterpunch by Klitschko. Klitschko's cheek is ripped open right there. You can see the cut. So it's the end of the round. And as both men head back to their respective corners, Teddy, it brings up a good point that's many times not talked enough, but the culture of a corner and how guys conduct themselves. What was always your philosophy in organizing and running a corner?
Well, first of all, only one guy could be in charge. That's the trainer. You can't have too many cooks in the kitchen. It has to be organized like anything else. And you have to have calm people. You only have 1 minute. Maybe by the time the fighter gets back, maybe it's 50 seconds. So you have to be efficient. You can't have guys that are excited. You have to be able to control their emotions just like the fighter does on the outside. And everyone has to know what their job is.
Evander Holyfield's doing really well on the outside. Evander Holyfield's favorite punch is the jab, and tonight he's loving it.
Well, the jab is the table setter, Joe, and he set a beautiful table tonight. Napkin on the left, you know, small fork on the left, knife on the right, and the food right in the middle. And he's eating all night.
You taking some English etiquette classes?
You getting hungry?
Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Holyfield's got a real problem, and he knows it, because that eye is worsening, and if it seals all the way shut, if it's swollen that badly, we could see a stoppage in this fight.
Yes, we can. And right now, what should be seen is the corner of his opponent should see that advantage, and the fighter needs to see that advantage and be told that, and move to the right place, move to the side, and throw those kind of punches that can take advantage of that eye being closed.
His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Coming towards the end of the 7th round, 10 seconds to go. Now that's some fine work right there by Klitschko. End of the round here, and as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down, because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was, and you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
Klitschko's not showing us that he understands just how effective he can be if he went downstairs against his opponent.
Yeah, well, you know what you're saying, Joe? You're taking a peek and you're taking a swipe without meaning at his trainers, because what he's telling you is he hasn't been taught some of the rudiments of boxing, that when you hurt a guy, you should go downstairs to finish him.
Nice block by Klitschko. Mistargeted.
Keep working the jab.
60 seconds to go in what has been a toe-to-toe war. Oh, what a great round. Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
So it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you hadn't heard it before. I haven't seen anything like this before.
Holyfield's dealing with a cut around his eye, and it's in a bad spot. His vision could be impaired. Round comes to an end here. An enjoyable night sitting ringside. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. A lot better than our day we spent at the horse track the other day, where we couldn't get any winners, at least I couldn't. But we were talking about the fact that so many parallels to be made between boxing and life boxing and all these other sports we enjoy, like horse racing, of being well-conditioned and working your way up to this one singular moment.
Yeah, well, the trainer obviously has to get the athlete. In this case, athlete happens to be over 1,000 pounds, and that's a horse. You know, at peak condition, he has to look at a calendar just like a trainer does with a fighter, know when the race is, know when the fight is, and not get used up out on the track, or used up, of course, in the gym.
He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. There it is. Klitschko's in a bad place right now. He was tagged.
Come on, guys, keep apart. Punch it out. Come on, punch it out.
one by Klitschko. A nice block by Klitschko. Parries that punch intended for the head. And this round comes to an end. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas ringside. I'm just looking up at the corner here at this guy that just got tagged, Teddy, this fighter who just got stunned. And I'm thinking, boy, it's like the air's come out of him a bit. He looks just so dejected now.
Yeah, you know, right now he's on the side of a mountain. You know, he's up on a cliff, and he needs a rope to get down. So that's what you got to do, Joe. You don't look and say, hey, he's up on a cliff. We know that. Give him a rope. Give him advice to get down.
Good defense, just covering up down low.
Up and down, side to side.
Klitschko's making me real curious here, Teddy. I wonder, should he be sticking with this style after being rocked in this fight?
It's still early enough. I would say yes. You know, you don't want to panic. You don't want to just throw everything overboard. You want to stay with what brought you here. Hey, he's been taught this not for hours, not for days, not for weeks. You know, months and years he's been taught this. You don't throw it out. You stay with it.
Protecting his head well with his guard. What a fight. What a great, great, non-stop action fight this has been. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Klitschko. Last round of an entertaining fight. Now, for the judges' scores, let's send it up to the ring announcer. Evander Holyfield, your winner by unanimous decision tonight.
I'm not so sure it was